only underground radio station.
This is Radio ARA.
This is Overhits.
Yeah. All of African music.
We'll be joined by one of the greatest choreographers here in Germany. Her name is 𝗢𝗣𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦. 𝗢𝗣𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦, how are you? Before we go and let us hear her beautiful voice. Ladies, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm awesome. Jeez, you are so beautiful.
Thank you.
Aye.
Same to you.
Aye, is the world ready to see this? Has it ever been ready to see you actually?
Yeah, I was also waiting for this day, so I'm here for everything. I'm ready to talk, to have a good chat. So
okay.
all fine.
No, we are here, and ladies and gentlemen, here on Radio RFM, we are honored to be joined by one of the greatest choreographers. She is not only a choreographer, she is also a music manager, whom she manages one of the gentlemen. Actually, now getting to my first question. Now, I'm actually wondering, how do you manage that? How do you manage to manage a young man or young men? You know, I mean, like, geez. You know, like, everybody be like, are you sure you're managing him on the music or you're managing him somewhere else? You know, there's always that question.
Yeah.
Or always like, you know, kind of controversial every time. Everything, that something similar happens. How do you manage that?
I think the important thing is to have good organization.
Okay.
You know, you really have to have a good organization, because if you don't have that, then it's not going to end well.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
you have to manage yourself privately and also on the business terms.
Okay, on the
Yeah.
business terms.
Yeah.
What are the business terms?
So the business terms is to, first of all, be punctual.
Especially for the Africans.
Exactly.
For heaven's sake, how do you manage that actually? Yourself?
This was one topic before arriving here, just saying that. But be punctual and also, be focused.
Yes.
You have to be very focused, and you have to select also good things. You know, you have to see what is working out for the person, or for the in the business terms, what is working out very good.
Okay.
There are some things that you can also mix privately and on business terms that can also go on well, but
Okay.
I think have perseverance.
Okay,
That's
but wait, that part of where you can mix some private and professional or business terms, what is that one thing? Just give us an example of one.
I think what makes a good manager be a good manager,
Yeah.
I think, is also being able to not only see the work that you're putting in the people, in the person, but also that you are also aiming for something for yourself as well.
Okay, yes.
And also to understand the person that you are managing, because the person that you're managing has, of course, also some targets that he wants to achieve as well for you.
Yes.
And you have to see if it's going also in the same way,
Okay,
and understand the person.
definitely.
You can also be privately good with the person on a
Yeah.
friendship, for
Yeah.
example. That makes it also well to understand the person.
Right.
Because if you stay just like on strictly terms, sometimes I think an artist feels misunderstood.
Definitely, because I think they're all different, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
And an artist is an artist.
Yeah.
An artist is a creative person, is a person who has his own head. Today he's like this, and the next day he's different. So you have to deal with all the sort of characters the person is bringing
He's
with.
bringing on the table, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you can deal with that, then
Yeah.
it's good. Then you are a good manager.
Okay, Madam Manager. Now, about now, before we start to know who is 𝗢𝗣𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦, we have heard that she's a music manager. She's as well a choreographer. Now, before we get to know who 𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗦 is, how would you describe a good day?
A good day.
Yeah. How would you, in your own terms, how would you say, today was a very good day, actually, or I would wish this day to be like this? How would you describe a good day?
I think for myself, a good day is if I'm doing something good. I don't know if you have that feeling before you're coming home and you're saying, nice, I did something good. I
Yeah.
helped somebody. For example,
Yeah.
you helped somebody. Even
Yeah.
if it's something small, helping somebody out of the bus,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
Or somebody needed help at the central station because he can't speak German well, for
Yeah.
example. Anything.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. Then I have a feeling that I had a good day. And mostly I'm a very positive person. So if I'm praying in the morning before leaving the house, I
Ooh,
already
she
know
prayerful. Ooh,
that
Jesus.
I have a good day.
That's a good one.
Exactly.
Now tell us about Hadassah.
Yeah, who is this woman?
Yeah, please tell us. I really want to know her too.
Yeah, that's a good question. I always thought about those questions. What would I answer if somebody asked me, who is this person?
Yeah. Good question.
Good question. No, I mean she's a very funny, motivated, creative person.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Hadassah. She likes to have fun. She likes to hang out with people, friends, good people, positive people.
Okay. Positive vibes only.
Exactly. Positive vibes. But she's also a person who can be very, who can sometimes go inside a box and think,
Okay.
thinking about herself, about what she's going to do, what she wants. Yeah. I'm a very open person, but sometimes I also like, my privacy, my comfortable zone,
Yeah.
quiet zone.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Can imagine.
but I like productivity. I'm very productive. I like to organize things.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. Okay, now going back to Hadassah. Where does the name Hadassah come from?
The thing is, if
Yeah.
you read, my name is Hadassah 𝗔𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗦.
Actually, I was reading V.
Yeah, that's the nickname.
And I was like, actually, that is favoring me because that's what I can say. V.
The first name is 𝗔𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗦, obviously.
Vierville. What?
It's French. Can you try again?
Vierville.
Vierville.
Vierville. Please say it again.
Vierville.
Vierville.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Vierville.
Oh, yeah.
But just
yeah.
excuse me if I say V.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So, Madame V, and that is the name. That is your
The first name.
the first name.
Yeah,
And what about Hadassah?
That's like a second name.
Oh, okay, really, like for real, like
Yeah, it's my second name.
like from the African, because I believe you're an African from the African roots.
Yes, I'm from Congo originally.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we can speak a little bit of Swahili. Do you understand Lingala?
I understand Lingala, but not Swahili. But I know that we speak Swahili in Congo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It
a
sounds
lot.
the same.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it sounds the same, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So about Hadassah Vierville.
Yeah.
So she came all the way from Congo and she just came here in Germany. Okay, tell us more about her.
No, she was born and raised in Germany.
Okay.
obviously. Exactly, in the south of Germany.
Yeah.
And yeah, typical going to school,
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those stuff, having a good education, and now working.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, working on a good job, normal
Okay.
job. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
also doing like creative stuff like the dancing
Yeah.
and the managing. Yeah.
Again, she started all this at the age of 10. Please tell us more about that.
Yeah.
I was reading it. I was like, oh wow, she's so sweet. Okay, please tell us. Let me hear you say.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I started with 10.
Yeah.
It was a friend of mine, obviously. I was always somebody who wanted to dance or to sing, growing up watching movies.
Yeah.
Like you're watching the MTV Music Awards and all those stuff. And
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted always to be on stage. I was like, I want to be there. That's definitely me.
Yeah. Oh.
I had the kind of
Believing in
attitude.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was always dancing around at home, trying to do the choreographies of all those artists. My favorite artist was Usher back then when I was younger.
And Aliyah.
And Aliyah, yes, Destiny's Child.
Yeah. That was so awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Those were my
Yeah.
top. And then a friend came and she was like, I'm dancing every Friday here at 4 p.m. Do you want to join? I was like, yes, is it a dance
And
school?
see in Germany, yeah. Okay.
And she said, yeah, somehow. It was at a church.
Yeah.
It was a community from the church, and they were occupying kids after work,
Okay.
like with different stuff, like doing sports
Yeah.
and dancing or drawing,
Yeah.
And she was going there, and
Okay.
she said it's for free. And I knew, like African parenthood,
Yeah.
maybe it will cost. I don't know if we can afford this.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
she
yeah.
said it's for free, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then I went there. And I remember my first day. I went there, and it was like a half of a mirror behind the bar. It was in the basement of this place, which was like a disco room, a club room, you know, for the kids.
Yeah, okay.
And the mirror was behind the bar, and one was on the left-hand side of the entrance. And I was like, this is not a dance school. And she said, yeah, it's not, but the teacher, she dances with us.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, oh my God, okay. No problem, let's try. And then I saw the teacher, and I was like, okay. Okay, cool. And
is it possible to describe the teacher? Because
we're a good person.
Okay.
She's a nice person.
She's
a very nice person, and I can only say thank you, Nadine, because of her, I learned how it is to be in a team.
Okay, you described her. Yeah, you just described her right
now. I say her name, Nadine. Yeah,
Nadine, and say that she was a great person.
She was a very great person. I mean, she had to deal with young kids and until 13.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, until 13. I did it like 4 years almost. Yeah.
Okay.
And we were dancing songs like Rihanna, Britney Spears, all those chart songs.
Yeah.
And she was doing like very simple steps because she wasn't a dancer.
Okay.
She was doing it for fun.
For fun, okay.
And when I started dancing there, I was like, oh my God, I can do this. You know, I had that kind of attitude already. And I was like, no, I'm not coming again. But as my friends were going there, it was a good time to spend with them. And it became like every Friday I was there.
Okay.
And when we became elder, like 12, she started letting us do in on steps. That was very nice. And we had shows for carnival. You know, carnival in Bavaria is very high.
It's known like
exactly.
It's the most serious. But there, for those who don't know Germany, that is the most serious. What is it called? Veranstaltung.
Events.
Event is the best event here in Germany.
Yeah, and we were doing shows for carnival, for Halloween parties, or when the church had a party, we were there. Or downtown, we were doing shows. It was very nice. And then when we became 14, and she was also getting elder, she decided not to be part of the community of the church anymore.
Yeah, okay.
She felt elder, and then she asked us if we want to continue to teach ourselves as well. And we said, yeah, we can teach. And so we became also teachers.
Okay, of yourself.
Between 14 and 16.
Okay.
And then there came young people, because you had young people from the neighborhood who were coming every time to the parties.
Oh, really? So
and they were interested as well.
And we started through you guys.
Exactly,
through you guys.
Exactly.
Okay, so you went holding your friends and calling them and telling them, oh, on Friday we do this, and then you can come and join us and all that.
Exactly. And the young kids, they were 6, 8, somewhere also 11, 12.
Yeah.
And we were teaching them, so we started teaching the dancing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's how I entered the choreographing zone.
No. There's always a question. There's always something. We started at church. We always started at church and then ended up somewhere else. So
wow, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people be like, yeah, I started singing at church, and then now I sing my music. I can't wait to hear where Dial started his own. Yeah,
I never thought about that.
Right. So they started. No, right now, for those who don't know, Madam Hadassah, she's a choreographer on Dombolo, 𝗔𝗗𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗦, all those azonto and all that.
Yeah.
Please tell us more about that.
Yeah.
And why that?
And why that?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I'm a hip hop dancer.
Okay. Yeah, that's how actually you started.
Exactly,
when you listen to an Usher and Rihanna, that's how it started, okay?
You know, when I became 16, I met a friend. Not randomly a woman, obviously. She wasn't even a friend, but she was randomly somebody that I met in my hometown, and she was looking for a backup singer. Okay. And she's like, can you sing? And I was like, me? And I was like, yeah, why not? And she said, okay, I'm looking for backup singers. Do you want to do it? I said, I can do it. Why not? I can do it.
Okay.
And I did, and that's where I entered the music world.
Wait a minute. So you are not only a choreographer, a music manager, you're as well a singer.
No, and I would not consider me now as a singer, but back then,
Uh-huh.
as I said, I wanted to be on stage, no matter if it's the
No
singing
matter what.
or
Okay.
the dancing.
Okay.
Because I knew what I could, you know.
Okay, so you're trying to navigate yourself where you actually would be perfectly fitting.
Not really that. I think I just wanted to do it. I was like, yeah, nice. Let's
Yeah,
do it. Because,
okay.
you know, sometimes you were singing for free time with friends
Yeah.
and trying, like, going to casting shows or something, like
Yeah,
typical girl stuff.
I know.
But then somebody just, you know, is meeting you somewhere and
Yeah.
asking you randomly, so you're not saying no.
yeah, no.
No, you're not saying no.
I'm grabbing that chance. I'm not actually taking it. I'm grabbing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So through her name is Sister Didi. I'm
Yeah.
naming her because I also really grateful for that opportunity. It was a good
Okay,
time. It was
okay.
a short time, but it brought me also a lot of experience on stage as well as a singer.
All right.
Because through her, I met her sister who had a dance school in my hometown.
Okay.
And that's where I started then to teach as well.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
I started, first I went there to dance. Really, because I was like, oh, okay, new dance school, why
Yeah,
not?
Yeah.
First I was around with her sister singing. We were doing some shows. I was as a background singer. I was 16.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
16 and did it until I was 18, 19, something like that.
Okay.
And then I met her sister, and then I went to the dance school. I tried, but I
Okay.
couldn't afford it.
Okay.
It was expensive. For me, it was expensive back then.
Back then, yeah.
I couldn't afford it.
At
And
the age of 16.
yeah, my dad,
Yeah, I mean, actually, I find
he
it
didn't
so-
care if what I was doing and if he's going to pay or not. It was my thing, so
Yeah.
I should pay
Know
myself,
how to pay.
know how to pay. But back then, I really couldn't. And when I visited the dance lessons, I was like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was boring.
Yeah,
You see
okay.
my attitude back then.
That's the attitude. Like I think that's a very positive attitude.
It is, but sometimes I'm like, wow, this girl is very arrogant. But there
Yeah.
was my attitude. I was like, I can do it. Oh,
Yeah.
boring. And
Yeah.
that's when I entered then the Afro world because
Okay.
I had a feeling that I can do it. I can stay there in front as well and teach.
And teach.
And then I decided to do a dance crew with friends. And that's
Okay.
when I entered the Afro dance world.
And that's where we started now with forming what kind of music you really.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now there's right now everybody wants to be on the Afro, a piano and all that, but you chose your genre, which was Lingala or Dombolo. I mean, that was very specific. With the dance group, I think that is the AVR. That's how you
VRS.
VRS. Sorry,
Yeah.
VRS. What does VRS stands for?
It was our initial of our names.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the initial of our names.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see V and R and okay. Now I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the initial of our names,
Yeah.
and we formed it. We were four at the very, very beginning,
Yeah.
and then three.
Yeah. Okay.
And we were seeing how UK was evolving with Azonto because 2013 was Azonto.
Nobody wanna see you dancing. I think that was a song we talked.
What was that?
Nobody wanna see you dancing.
Yeah.
Like it. That was it.
Fuse ODG,
That one,
exactly.
Azonto.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
That
right.
was the song. So
Yeah.
we were seeing that. That was the time where YouTube was also really high.
Yeah,
you know,
it
everybody
was
was putting
hitting.
videos on YouTube as well
Yeah.
as we were doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were inspired by the CEO dancers in UK. These were
Okay.
also three ladies dancing
okay.
to Azonto and Afrobeat sounds back then. And we were like, okay, in Germany there is nothing like that. And that's how we started.
That's how you started. Okay.
And then we started the VRS dance crew and started dancing. But we weren't just focusing on Azonto.
Yeah.
We were focusing on everything. We wanted to be
Okay.
diverse.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
our competitors, those were guys,
Yeah.
and they were doing only Azonto.
Okay.
And we wanted to be different,
Yeah.
and we were doing Ndombolo, 𝗔𝗗𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗦, and Azonto, and dancehall.
And dance.
That's how we were mixing. Yeah, we were doing like 10 minutes song mix with different songs,
Okay.
dancing all those styles.
Okay.
This was what we were doing.
And that is Madam Hadassah today. Now, our manager is telling us that we have like 3 minutes to go. Now, before we leave, there's something actually is burning in my head. I really want to know.
Tell me.
I really want to know. Now, being an African, being an original person from African, the blueprint, of humanity. So, how do you share it now to your music? Your music, being of African origin, let me put it like that, and living in a different world. I put it in this thing
In German,
in quotes, yes, putting it in quotes. How do you manage to mix everything together?
You mean the different culture?
Yeah.
I always say I'm like a bridge.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Whoa, that's a good one. Man. Where is that club thing? That was a good one. Okay.
I feel, yeah. If I'm reflecting, it's like, I feel like I'm a bridge.
Okay, wow.
It's like you are a bridge and you are having the West culture on the left side, and you have the African culture on the other side.
Right.
And you're connecting those.
Yeah.
And as you are the bridge, you have to make sure that everybody is going over and over.
Yeah.
And this is how I see this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
To connect those cultures.
Yeah, wow.
Because, when you're growing up in an African household, it's difficult because you're getting the West culture at school from friends. Yeah. And when you're coming home, you have the African culture.
Wow.
And it starts already at home.
Yeah, definitely.
It starts already at home, and it's your work to combine this.
Yeah.
And then comes your personality, how you deal with it.
Yeah. Wow. She says she's a bridge. Like, wow, I'm imagining that bridge of, this West culture and African culture. One can go on the other side and still be able to go back.
Exactly.
And just being able to, wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. And how has it been right now? How is it so far?
Good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Yeah. Okay.
It's getting better.
What do you mean by getting better?
I'm saying that sometimes you're scared,
Yeah.
There's also times where you're scared and you're not sure if you're doing the right thing. And you're not sure how the people are going to accept it and how they're going to see it. Because not everybody has the same vision that you have. But it's your work to make it clear to the people what exactly it is and what you want to give to them.
Right.
And that's why I'm working on a project. It's called 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗡.
It's exactly.
It's called 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗡. It's called 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗘𝗡. And this but this will be a platform. It's like a network platform for the Black community here in Germany. Because as well as you're saying about the managing, before doing that, I didn't know that we had so many artists in Germany, young Black artists who are representing the music, the Afrobeat culture, and no matter if it's Afrobeat culture, no matter if it's even not music, maybe also on other sectors,
poetry and all that.
Manufacturers, all those. And before that, I didn't even knew that there are some writers who are existing in Germany, Black women writers writing books.
Oh wow! Okay.
Or doing business. Yeah. And they're not seen. Are you seeing them on TV?
No. I mean, I'm actually shocked that there are some. Wow. Okay.
For example, the radio here station. I didn't know about that, but now I know.
Now you know.
You see.
It's a bridge. Now they're coming back to that. That's the bridge you're talking about. Okay, all right.
And I want to make with that platform exactly that. Give the people the place where they can share all what they're doing. For the young people here in Germany, for also even if you're not Black. Okay, Yeah, we don't want to make like racism because
Yeah.
this is it's a high topic every time you're saying something, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that even if you're not black, of course, you
Yeah.
like the black culture and you're
Yeah.
interested to that,
Right.
it's
Why
also for
not?
you.
Come and join us.
Yeah, it's also for you.
Wow.
But this is for the people, for my people.
Yeah.
Bay.
That's for the Bay. Bay stands for
Black art
Black-
entertainment.
a Black Artist Entertainment. Wow, that's a good one. Now, where can we find Bay or where can we find Hadassah? All social media platforms.
In all social media platforms. But Bay will be online on May.
May, as for May, okay.
It's for May.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's for
Yeah.
May, as I'm preparing also still some stuff.
Yeah.
But from May, you
Yeah.
can then see everything what it has to give.
Okay, a black
Art
Black
entertainment.
art entertainment
Yeah.
will be up on May. Did you hear that? And for those who just want to keep up and to know where they are, definitely you're acting as a bridge for us to know more about Bay. Where do you get you so that we can have more information about Bay?
Where to what?
Where to find you on your social
yes.
media platforms?
Of course, you can find out on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook. I'm thinking about it. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you're not sure?
Because Facebook is dying, my sis. You see?
No, the other day, actually, I was talking to one of the teenagers, and they were like, "You use Facebook? That is for like old people." Like, what? I'm not mentioning that I'm on Facebook anymore. Not at least in front
No,
of.
don't do that.
Did you hear that?
Don't do that.
Alright.
It's dying. I mean, we used to we used that when we were dancing. It was popping.
Yeah,
it was
I
popping.
remember there was a time
But
actually in 2013.
You see,
right.
Twitter changed his name.
Yeah.
You see, time is going.
Time
so
is going. Huh?
Time is
It's
going.
not calling
Yeah.
Twitter. It's called X.
X. Yes,
And where can we find you on X?
exactly. X. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it will be on Instagram, YouTube,
Yeah.
LinkedIn. You
Yeah.
can follow on LinkedIn,
Okay.
and of course the website, definitely.
then the website.
The
Okay.
website, I think the website is the most important place.
What about TikTok?
Oh yes, of course, TikTok.
TikTok
How can
is
we
our-
forget TikTok?
That's our baby right
Yeah.
now. Now that's our baby because we have baby. Now we have a baby which is called TikTok. TikTok is actually helping us to be out there.
You see?
Okay, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
and I
you
can't
too,
wait to
dear.
have more about you and more about you. That was Madam Hadassah V here on Radio RFM. Make sure to just go and follow her on
Thank you.
Instagram, on TikTok. That's her name is Hadassah V.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, go and follow her and more about the Bay, which is coming up in May. Actually, that's a good one. Bay coming up in May.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it.
keep
Thank
that one.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
that
much.
sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Hadassah V here on Radio RFM, home of African music. Again, we'll be having a guest today who is one of the artists that Madam Hadassah has been managing. I don't think you want to miss that part of the meet today. This is Radio RFM, home of African music.